Hi there. Today in our Google student lesson, I'm going to show you how to have a planner, a student planner, kind of like in the olden days where you had a book that you wrote down for each of your classes, what your homework was, but to do that digitally, right? Gone are the days, well, almost, some of you might still have a planner, and that's great, but gone are the days where we have that paper book and we write down everything, and that's good and bad. Bad if we don't have something to replace it, good if we do. So here is an option for you using Google Keep and Google Calendar. So what I would like for you to do is have two tabs open, one being your Google Calendar. So let's say you're in your email. If you click on this Rubik's Cube looking guy over here, you'll see Calendar. You can click on that and it'll bring up your calendar. And then I'd like you to open up another tab and get to Google Keep, and you would just go up in your web address bar and type in keep.google.com, and it will bring you to what is called Google Keep. You could probably YouTube or Google this and find that Keep is all about quick note taking, and I don't necessarily mean class notes, although I'm sure someone might use this for that purpose. But this is for what you would traditionally use a traditional planner for, in jotting down what your homework is, or reminding yourself of what you need to do next week, or call the doctor this afternoon, or something like that. But it's also enhanced because it is on technology, and I'll show you a couple of the really cool features. First, there is a difference between notes and reminders. Back here in notes, I took this note of what homework I have due tomorrow. Notice that I took a picture of what my teacher had written on the board. And I used that using the app on my phone. So if I were you, I would go ahead and really quickly, and your teacher can pause the video, I would download the Google Keep app on your phone if you have that capability, because I see this being used more on your phone than I do on your Chromebook. So I added a reminder to this note, and therefore it will show up in both my reminders here, as well as a reminder to me this evening that I should be doing my algebra homework. And the really, really cool part is that in setting that reminder, I set it for 4 p.m., I could also set it for a location. So if I pick a place and I know that this evening I don't have practice or a game, I know I'm going to be home, and I know that that's where I want to do my homework, you can type in for your phone, you can type in that location, your home address there, and once your phone's GPS picks up that you are in that exact location, it will remind you, here you go, buddy, here's your homework. You should be sitting down and doing that now. So as I finish my homework this evening, I'm going to go to my calendar, and I'm going to click on my algebra homework and mark it as done. And bam, it crosses it out for me. I'm going to show you what it looks like then. It deletes the note back in, it deletes the reminder at least back in Google Keep. So then I could delete this note. So I just showed you quite a lot, but not how to do it. So let's talk about that. You have the capability to create labels. I would over here recommend that you create a new label, one for each of your classes that you will have homework in, which is probably at some point going to be all of them. Like this week, you're going to need to remind yourself, fill out the student information survey and have mom or dad sign this and make sure that I get my EMA form in, right? Like you have all of those general pieces that you're going to need to do for as a student and for classes. But I would recommend having this open on your phone so that you can get to know it better. So first, start by making those labels, one for each of your classes. And then throughout the day, what you're going to do is I would take it on your phone, or you can do it right here in Google Keep, and go to the app and you would take a note, right? So I would title the note, and I'm just going to do it here to show you on the computer. I would title the note whatever the homework is, or you could do it by class if you would like. So I'm going to say English Language Arts, ELA homework. I'm going to do a capital HW for homework. And tonight's homework is to read pages 42 through 58, analyzing or doing some character analysis. Let's say that. of whomever you're going to be analyzing. Now, this might be due tomorrow, or let's say it's due in a few days, but I want to, in my mind, as a good student, set out, okay, when am I going to have time to sit down and do this? So you really have two options here in how you're going to set your reminder with this little bow around a finger. You can set it for when it's due, but then it's not going to remind you as to when you should be doing it. So if you're someone who wants the reminder when you walk in the door of where you should be doing it, or at the time that you know you have available and should be doing it, then set it for that time. But if you're someone that you know is going to be looking at these dates on these notes and see when things are due, then just set it for when the item is due. So I am going to set it for, notice that it says later today, 8, tomorrow, next week. Well, I'm going to pick later today, but I don't really like that time. So I'm going to click on that time there and then customize the time. I'm going to say at 5 p.m., like that's before dinner time. I should be able to get it done then. Now I'm going to color code this. My English class, I'm going to make this orange color, but then I'm also going to label it. So I'm going to click the 3 dots there and add a label, and I'm going to pick my English Language Arts class and select done. Now from your phone, what you can do, and you could probably do this from your Chromebook as well if you don't have, you know, a camera on your phone. You can take a picture. So if I'm gonna, for instance on this one, I can't show you on my phone, but I did this one on my phone. I titled it, I just went to add a new note, titled it Algebra Homework, and then I don't need to type in the details because my teacher, although that doesn't look like algebra homework completely, doesn't, she already wrote it on the board. So I took a picture of it to see, okay, I've got to do odd numbers only on pages 8 through 12. And that is, I wrote in there that it's due tomorrow, but I put in there that I want to do it, sit down and complete it at 4 p.m. today. You can then go into your calendar and mark it as done, but I feel like this is a really good replacement for that paper planner, especially when you're being provided this Chromebook, and most of you will have a phone that makes it even easier to get these notes in here. Another really cool piece, let's say that your friend in algebra class is absent and they use Google Keep as well, which I would encourage all of you to do. This seems super cool and I'm definitely going to be using it this year. Just like in anything else Google, you can share it. So if I want to share it with my friend, Ms. Pavley, because she was absent today, I can share that with her and click save. I'm not going to because it will send her an email, but let's say you type in your friend's name who is absent this day and you click save, it will send them an email saying this such and such just sent you a reminder to do your homework tonight and that this is your homework. I mean, that seems super duper cool, and you could totally get some brownie points of being a good friend. So again, it does pop back up here in your calendar, and you can then mark it as done once you complete that, and bam, it's done. It doesn't show up in your reminders anymore, although it is in your notes. So if you would like to, you can click on the 3 dots there and delete the note, and bam, it's done.